What's going on, YouTube? I'll move this chair. Uh, Shoot. I was going to do an SKS update video. Not really an update. Kind of a review part 2. Uh, I don't think my other video went as in-depth as I probably should have, but I made a few changes. So I figured I'd go ahead and redo the review. Okay. Uh, what this is an SKS. Specifically, it's a Chinese Norinco Type 56. Uh, it shoots at 7.62 by 39, and typically they have these 10-round box magazines. I am a sucker for high cap, so I got this 20-round magazine, which it's hard to do with one hand. It's a 20-round magazine. Rock it in, kind of like an AK. Scratch up this table, I can see it. The 10-round you cannot take in and out. It is stuck in there. But when you pull the magazine release right there, it drops out like that, and you can see right there where it latches in to the magazine release. People say AR, or crap, no, not AR, SKS or AK-47. Honestly, it's kind of difficult. I would go AK, but that's not to say it was the best. The SKS, here, I'll put that right there. The SKS is good. It's more accurate than the AK. It's cheaper than the AK, or at least it used to be. I know back in the 90s, you could pick these things up for I think it was like $150. Now I've seen these SKSs go anywhere from $350, $400, and at that price, you might as well save up an extra $50 and go buy an AK. So rather it be a Wasser or whatever, something cheap. This is the trigger grouping on the inside. That big one right there is the hammer, and safety's on, safety's off. Of course, this thing don't work unless it's in the gun. That's it. That's a trigger group inside the gun. To take the whole trigger group out, to take this out separate from the gun, you gotta hit that button right there, and you pretty much gotta shove it in, and this whole thing will pop out. Nope, I blocked the camera, my bad. This whole thing will pop out, but it can't have a magazine in it, or that. If it's got a magazine in it, I don't think that it matters. I don't know, I never tried it, but to take this off, you have to take the trigger group out, and then this just comes out, or comes out. If I want to, I could release that magazine, take the trigger group out, and then reinstall the 10-round magazine. With the 10-round magazine, you feed it with stripper clips on this little clip right here, and it holds 10 rounds. You slide it in through that little groove right there, and you pretty much shove it straight down. With the 20-round mag, I use it like the 10-round. I keep it in there at all times, and then all I gotta do is just sit there and feed it. Other parts of the gun, well, like I was saying, this is a Chinese Norinco, and it's all parts matching. There's literally numbers everywhere. There's one on the back side of the buttstock and the bottom of the trigger. There's one right there, and you got it on that back plate, and you got it up there, and you got it on the gas tube, I believe, and you got it on the barrel, and everywhere, man. I think it's even on the bolt, but I'm not for sure. Not the bolt carrier, but the actual bolt on the inside. I'm not for sure. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's kind of similar to the AK-47, but it is not an AK type rifle. This gun is actually older. I am not going to try to say the name of the guy that created the SKS, because I'm going to butcher it. But the maker of the AK is Mikhail Kalashnikov. But this gun, I think it originated in 1945, sometime around then, about the same time the M14 came out. But as you can see, it has the similar sights to the AK-47. This sight up here, very, very, very similar, and it goes up to 1,000 meters, which with this gun, I'm not saying the bullet won't travel that far, but you sure ain't going to be accurate with it at that range. You got a hooded front post, and if you guys do remember, I got this muzzle brake, and I kind of rigged it to where it'd stay there. But I went to the gun store and walked in and said, hey, I need a pin for this thing, and I showed him that I used the original pin, but only shoved it halfway out to loosely hold it, and he went ahead and gave me a new pin for free, and actually installed it for me for free. So I was like, badass. There are many types of SKSs. There's the Russian ones, which are more rare. The Chinese Norinkos, like this one, are pretty common, as well as the hope I get it right, the Yugoslavian was it 53 by 66 or something of that nature. I know it's a by 66, and I think it starts with a 5. Fuck, I don't know. But anyway, and then there's Romanian ones. I haven't really seen too many of those. Yeah. Okay. As you can see with the bayonet, as you guys seen in probably all my other videos, you gotta pull that down. You can see how that moves right there. Pull it down, and then you got to, well, I'm gonna scratch up the table trying to do it, but you pretty much just pull this out and bring it around, which it doesn't really matter since I got that muzzle brake on there. It ain't gonna do anything. Also, as you can see, my bayonet does not go all the way down here to the end like some do. That's because mine is a bayonet off a paratrooper SKS. That was my dad's that he sold. That I kind of wish he didn't. I wish he just would have sold it to me, not to the other guy. But anyway, this stock, I'm not for sure. I know it's laminated. There's some of these stocks out there that are wood, and then there's other stocks out there that's like a fiberglass, and they just laid like these little fibers in there and built it, which kinda looks like what this is. But it's got a wood chip right there, It looks like wood. But I'm really not for sure on that. It could be actually wood that's laminated, or it could be that fiberglass. And this thing, the stock, it's not really too bad. It's got a couple, as you can see, it's got a couple dings there. This little indent right there. Right there at the magazine, which I think I did that. And the buttstock's a little tore up. But pretty much, it's a pretty good rifle. I know there's the standard SKS rifle with, I think it's like a 20-inch barrel or 22-inch barrel, something of that nature. Then you got paratrooper ones that are like 16 or 18-inch barrels. They're like right here. And SKS's, I mean, they're good. They're good rifles, but I've had a lot of issues with this one. Not accuracy. Accuracy's decent with it. It's about as much as I'd expect. I got pretty high expectations though. But these detachable magazines, some people say that only Tapco magazines are the way to go. This one is actually a really good magazine. I have another one just like it, and it's shit. But for whatever reason, this one don't give me any issues at all. The other one I got, it likes to jam up a lot. That's why, well, these 10-round magazines are really reliable, and they like never jam at all. You know, knock on wood, but I haven't had any problems with the 10-rounders and this specific 20-rounder. I'd like to get a couple Tapco mags, but like I said, if all I'm going to do is keep this in the gun at all times, then you know there's really no point of buying multiple magazines unless I ain't got time to drop a couple strip clips in there to load the mag up. You know, I gotta reload now, which for taking this thing coyote hunting and whatnot, it's not an issue. Especially with the 20. Usually after the first shot, everything in the general area is gone. So anyway, that's my Norinco Type 56 SKS. I don't know what else I could say about it. It's kind of like dude, you're being noisy over there. You need to stop. Good boy. I love my dog. Anyway, you got, which in my SKS review, this is where the part where I cut out. But right there, I'm gonna scratch up the table. You got the, I'm not gonna stick my finger in there because last time I did, it smashed the hell out of my finger and it hurt really, really bad and I almost cried. Not really, but it still hurt like a son of a bitch. And you know, it's got the cleaning kit and everything that's down in there. Real quick, show you that these sights are not canted. Pretty sweet. No mag wobble, which I don't think the SKS could have mag wobble, but it don't. I don't know if that's even possible, but would I ever get another SKS? Nah, keep knocking that thing over. Right. Stand over there. Move all this away too. Stop making noise. Would I ever get another SKS? Yes. Would I get a Yugoslavian one? Maybe. I don't know if I want a Yugo one or not. I'm pretty pleased with these Chinese Norincos. Marinkos. That's probably thinking of the Mac 90. Norincos. Starts with an N. Actually, this gun is the only thing that makes me happy with China right now. All their food recalls and whatnot. They need to get their shit shit together. But they can't make food, but they can sure as hell make a good gun. Very reliable. Besides, you know, it jams with these detachable magazines. This one hadn't really had too many issues, but you know, what are you gonna do? I might go ahead and just give me a Tapco magazine just in case. Try one of them bad boys out. But I'll give one last close up and I guess some final thoughts before my camera dies again. If I was to ever get another SKS, I would probably put the polymer stock set on it with the, what's that, the Tapco T6 stock set, make it kind of tactical. I've been playing Battlefield 3, just came out. Been playing the hell out of it, and I just unlocked the SKS, and I've been fucking shit up with it. So I'm liking it, man. I'm really liking it. I'm like, I want to get my SKS to look like that. And I got that red dot for it. Or I got that red dot. I'm probably going to mount right up here. But they also make tri rails that go across this top right here that I've seen. And there's a guy, I cannot remember his name, and if you're watching this, I'm sorry I can't remember your name, but he has a pistol scope, like a long eye relief scope that he has right here, and it looks pretty sick. I might have to do something like that, but with a red dot, because I don't want to go buy another scope. Scopes get expensive, especially when you don't use them. So I'm going to go buy my red dot, which I already got. I've been looking to put it on something. I was thinking about putting it back on my AR, but then again, I was kind of thinking about getting rid of my AR. But anyway, so that's my Chinese Norinco Type 56 SKS with the 20 round detachable magazine, muzzle brake and bayonet.